This is a HeadGum podcast.
Oh, yeah. Welcome to A Funny Feeling Podcast. I'm Betsy Sidaro.
And I'm Marcy Jarrow. This is a podcast where comedians tell us their paranormal experiences, and we listen to yours as well.
Oh, yeah. And if you have one of these paranormal experiences that you want to share with us, please email it to us at funnyfeelingpod@gmail.com.
Now get cozy.
And prepare yourself to be scared silly.
This is a Funny Feeling Podcast. Betsy.
Marcy.
It's that time of the month again.
And we're not talking about lady time.
That's what we call it, lady time.
Lady time.
It's the time where we curtsy.
Oh, yes. Everybody start curtsy. But we're not, it's not lady
That's
time.
not what we're talking about. We are talking about our monthly all-listener story episode.
Yeah, we are.
No guests plugging their bullshit.
Yeah.
Just you guys.
Just you and us.
Just us.
Us reading your stories.
And it's my favorite to do.
I love it. I love it so much.
Yeah. Guys, and just a little reminder, if you haven't sent a story in yet, please do so. You can email us at funnyfeelingpod@gmail.com.
Yeah.
You can send a voice memo on your phone, which I will request to keep it under, I don't
75 minutes.
Under 70. I will say that you may notice on the podcast, 5 and under really gets on easier, but whatever, So send us your voice memos, or you can write us an email, which we're going to be reading a bunch of those today.
Yeah, we are.
Also, do us a solid, go rate, review, subscribe on iTunes or wherever you listen.
Tell your friends.
Yeah, we've really had some good word of mouth, so let's keep it going.
Yeah, thank you.
What else do I want to chastise them about? Long one. Great, we did it.
Yeah, that's good chastising. Very good.
It's mostly just we don't have the time to listen to them with guests. That's all.
I know.
Yeah.
I know.
So, all right. You guys ready? I'm going to start.
You gonna start. Okay.
This one is entitled Ghost Mum.
Entitled. Wait, Ghost Mum?
Mum, yes.
Yes.
Okay.
England. Or Dunanda.
Okay, this, all right, so, hey, Betsy and Marcy, I love your podcast so much. I got into it via H for H, R.I.P. H for H.
Oh, thank you.
Well, go ahead and shout out your new podcast.
Oh, yeah. Mano and I have started a new one called We Love Trash.
Oof.
Where we just talk everything trashy because we love it so much. Trashy movies, TV, music, us.
I'm sure some horror shit gets on there occasionally.
Oh, yeah. Absolutely.
So if you
check it out.
If you loved Horny for Horror, jump on over to We Love Trash.
We Love Trash.
All right, so
thanks for that plug.
Yeah, so she's been hooked ever since, jumping all over your back catalog. Great.
Sweet.
Cool. Anyway, I was really tossing up whether to send this in, but I was talking to my husband about it, and he told me this story, and I thought, oh, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
A la Betsy.
Oh, yeah. Awesome.
And I thought you might at least enjoy reading it, even if you don't use it for the pod. Well, we got you.
Well, we're using it.
You can edit me down if you like, because I'm aware that this story is kind of emotional and rambly. Please don't use a name. I'd rather not be identified for reasons. Got it. I haven't said it yet, so we're all lucky. Okay. So my mom died when I was 2.5, and she'd been sick for over a year before that and in the hospital for 11 months, so I got no actual memories of her.
Oh.
My dad was an amazing single dad, but he made a singularly poor decision when he got remarried when I was in prep, about 5 years old, to an egotistical, abusive psycho.
Oh, God.
Unfortunately, being just a little guy at the time, I didn't tell anyone what was happening because there was always a good reason, quote unquote, for whatever happened. E.g., I rolled my eyes at her, whatever, etc. And my ex-stepmom, yes, finally ex-stepmom, dad finally gotten himself right out of there, was very careful not to leave obvious bruises or to let anyone else see anything.
Oh, my God.
Horrible. So after something awful happened, I would go to my room and have a quiet cry. More and more often when this would happen, I would feel someone rubbing my lower back, and I would smell a sort of perfume that I didn't recognize. Sort of like an old English garden kind of smell, very floral.
Oh, nice.
But found very comforting. I was very young when this started, and I was also obviously very emotional, so I didn't think too much about it. I just took comfort wherever I could find it. Dad found out what was happening when I was 10 or 11 and noped us right the fuck out of there to the other end of Australia. Good for Dad.
Hell yeah.
A few months later, my sister and I were shopping with him, and we were looking for a birthday present for my granny. We went into a shop, and all the perfume ladies were making a fuss of us. They tend to when it's a handsome man with two cute daughters. One of the ladies came up to me with one of those perfume strips of paper, and I immediately told Dad it was my mom that it was my favorite perfume, and I wanted us to get it for Granny and for our whole house. I didn't know about room scents back then. My baby sister was equally adamant that this was a good smelly, and we both insisted Dad had to get it. Dad took a sniff and immediately teared up and asked me how I could possibly remember what my mom's signature scent was. He apparently used to tease her about it, what an old lady perfume it was when they first started dating when they were 21. The other thing was that even if I want to say that I remembered that I subconsciously remembered it, my little sister wasn't even born, so there's no way she could have.
Yeah.
Since then, I've been doing pretty fucking well.
Oh, good.
I'm a lawyer in family law, and my particular focus is mostly on family violence and children. And I don't think Mom has had much need to come visiting lately, although there were a few times when I was at peak uni stress and writing an essay at 3 a.m. before a 9 a.m. deadline, when I'd get a waft of perfume and an overwhelming calm sense.
Oh my God.
Then in July 2017, I got married and I wore Mom's veil. Not the dress, though, because it was an 80s monstrosity. The morning of my wedding, my baby sister, 18 by then, and still one of the only good things my ex-stepmom did, along with our even more baby bro, went to set up my dress and veil for me and freaked out because the veil was massively creased. Maybe we possibly both forgot to set it up the night before. She did a frantic Google and saw that she could put it in the bathroom and run hot water in the shower to steam it.
Oh, yeah.
The extractor fan automatically turned on, though, so she wasn't sure how well it would work, but she did it anyway. After 10 minutes, she came to wake me up and tell me that maybe I was just going to have a rumpled bride, which would be in character.
Rumpled bride.
Which would be in character, to be fair. We went to check on the veil, and when we opened the door, there was a massive waft of steam of my mom's perfume.
What?
When the steam cleared, my veil was perfect. My sister knows the story about the perfume, and the two of us had a big cry, especially when she told me that sometimes she would smell the same scent when things were tough.
Oh my God.
I love it so much that my mom is there for both of us when we were in seriously dangerous circumstances or just laundry mishaps because we're diagnosed crumpled messes. I thought that was it and wasn't worth emailing in about, but then I was telling it to my husband and he said, "Oh yeah, didn't I tell you about when your mom showed up here?" The answer was no. So apparently there was one night last year when I was away staying with my best friend at her parents' place. My husband couldn't sleep in our king-size bed all on his own, so he drank some gin and had a dance to Stevie Wonder vinyl with our dog and then went to sleep on the couch. From our couch.
That's a good night. That's a good night.
From our couch, you can see the record player. I attached a photo of the exact view he would have had from where he was sleeping. At 3 a.m., our dog started barking the way he would if someone was at the door. But he was looking at the record player. Husband woke up and looked in that direction, and he says exactly this: "I saw a lady who was you, but bigger. And she saw I was awake and said, 'This is a shit song.' Then she flipped the record and played Signed, Sealed, Delivered and told me if I really wanted to feel sorry for myself, I should drink whiskey." The weird thing is that when my mom and dad were first dating, they were half a continent spat and and write letters, and she would always sign hers with "signed, sealed, delivered, Katie." My husband didn't know that fact till tonight. So there you go. My mom ghost is hanging about, giving love and support to me and my sister, and lonely boy advice to my husband. Thanks for the great show. Sorry for being a tangential rambler. Oh my God.
No, it was perfect.
Oh, that was so
that
good.
was incredible.
Oh my God.
That made me feel everything.
I know.
Oh my God.
I don't know where the picture is that she sent, but I believe that she tried.
Wow.
That was also like, God, fuck your ex stepmom. Fuck her.
What a mean witch.
Yeah, but awesome that you got like a sister and
awesome that you're now turning that trauma into helping other people. Like, that's
What an
incredible that
amazing
you're now
story.
in family law.
Absolutely.
Oh my God. And your mom was there to help you through so much, which is incredible.
I also really love that not only was your mom there for you, but she was also there for your sister who wasn't even her child.
Yeah.
That's really cool. And your husband. I love that she was like, this song sucks.
If you want to feel sorry for yourself, drink whiskey.
It's true. I do think whiskey makes you more sad.
I do too.
It's a bummer.
I do too.
It's a real like lonely dude drink.
Whereas like tequila is just like, let's party, man.
Have you ever heard that country song? Don't ask her on a straight tequila night. She'll start thinking about him. Then she's ready to fight.
I've not heard that, but it sounds funny.
It is.
Wow.
It's like blames her broken heart on every man inside.
Tequila.
On a straight tequila night.
I didn't know tequila did that.
I don't know if I don't think she was sad. I think she was furious.
Oh, okay.
And then it makes a lot more sense.
That's a little bit more.
I think she was just a feminist.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, they're like, oh,
in country
she's
music.
on tequila.
Country music in the 80s and 90s didn't really understand.
Now.
All right.
Okay, I got one. You ready?
I'm always ready, willing and able to listen.
The subject is my ghost story. No. Hi. My name is Devin, and I have just recently started listening to your podcast, and I really enjoy it. Well, thank you, Devin. I heard at the beginning of one of the episodes that we can share our ghost stories with you via email, and so that is what I have decided to do. Great.
I love that.
I love it.
I love the prologue.
I grew up in a small town in Central Oregon, and my encounter with a ghost there took place during my junior year of high school. On the day that it happened, I had PE class. Our class was relatively small with only about 11 or 12 people actually in the class. As a result, our teacher let us decide what we wanted to do quite often.
Your teacher was lazy.
Lazy.
I love it.
Especially a gym teacher. Like, yeah, whatever you guys want to do. I don't give a shit.
You play Ring Around the Rosie? Go for it. I don't care.
I had a teacher where she was like, I think social studies or history, which is kind of the same thing, where we watched the Kevin Costner version of fucking Robin Hood.
Ooh.
Because we were studying medieval times and all of us were just like,
no, she was horny for Kevin Costner.
Oh, yeah, and she straight up said it. She was like, he's hot. Okay, anyways.
And she was right.
But then we started talking her into letting us show episodes of The Simpsons because they would mention, like, Oedipus or something.
Hey.
Well, okay. Okay, anyways. This time we decided that we wanted to play a tag game of sorts in the gym, but with all the lights turned off. Spooky and fun.
Oh, that is really fun.
That would be really fun. The premise of the game was to not get tagged and to make it back to the base at the center of the gym. So our teacher turned off all the lights in the gym, but as the cracks under the doors in all four corners of the gym were pretty substantial, there was still enough light to make out the shapes of people. That's fun.
That's really fun.
We were a little disappointed with this, but we decided to play the game anyway. We played.
They wanted pitch black.
They wanted pitch black.
Well,
that's
guys,
how you break stuff.
Yeah, that's how
guys.
you break your arms.
And you gotta have healthy arms.
You need them.
You need them for swimming.
Just for swimming.
We played a few rounds and we were having a pretty good time. During one of the rounds, we were all running back to the base, and one by one, we all made it. Then the person who was it also returned to the base defeated. At that same moment, I noticed out of the corner of my eye that next to the bleachers there was still someone who hadn't made it back to the base, and they were crouching. I could only see their silhouette, so I couldn't tell who it was. I quickly pointed and said that there was still someone there, and then everyone turned and looked. Everyone saw the person crouching, but through a quick inventory of who was at the base, we realized that everyone in the class, including our teacher, was standing right there at the base in the middle.
Ew.
As soon as we realized that this person wasn't anyone from our class, they stood up and ran alongside the bleachers and then ducked around the back of them.
Ew.
Our teacher ran over and turned on the lights and then proceeded to cautiously go over and look underneath and behind the bleachers, but there was no one there. We were all too freaked out to play anymore or to even stay in the gym any longer for that matter, so we went to the classroom and discussed what we had all seen. There wasn't one person in the class who didn't clearly see a human figure crouching, stand up, and run behind the bleachers. It also would have been impossible for someone to come in or leave the gym while the lights were out without being noticed, because the gym doors were obnoxiously loud and the light from the hall would have flooded in.
Right.
No matter what we discussed, we couldn't come up with any explanation of how someone would have been able to do that, even if they had been if they were hiding in the gym before we entered. There's just no way they would have been able to disappear like that. Ooh, before this happened, I really didn't believe in ghosts, but after so clearly seeing someone that wasn't there originally and then just disappearing, I really can't come up with any other logical explanation.
Oh.
I hope that maybe you found my story somewhat interesting.
Oh boy.
Oh boy. And if you have any questions or explanations, I'd love to hear them. I also attached a picture of my actual high school gym with added emojis just in case my story was hard to follow. That's cute. Look at that.
It's just like, I love that.
Little ghost emojis and some dancers. Ooh, that's spooky.
That is really spooky. I at first was like, well, maybe it was a kid skipping class, but if the teacher like threw the lights on.
Yeah, and they're not under the, like, where do you go? Everybody was looking and waiting to see.
That's really spooky.
Oh.
Also,
crouching. Crouching is so creepy.
just the idea that a ghost is trying to hide from you is spooky.
Awful. That's so scary.
Do you know one of my favorite like sounds and like color lights or color is like when they just turn on a gym light, like the fluorescent, and it makes buzzing and it's like blue and then turns to pinkish before it hits white.
Oh, you love that?
I
color?
do. Something about it was like, I don't know, it gives me like a good memory of like
early morning.
Yeah, like being like, you know, getting to school early and like hanging out in the gym, or I don't know.
Yeah. Oh, that's spooky. Your gym is haunted as shit.
Sorry, dude.
With a ghost that wanted to play along.
Sorry, Devin. You got a haunted
Sorry, Devin.
gym.
Your gym is haunted. Thanks for sending that in. That was really good. I want to play that game.
Yes.
That sounds fun, especially with a ghost.
Okay.
You got one more?
All right. Let me pull it on up. Spooky work stories.
Ooh.
Dear Marcy and Betsy, my name is Scott, and I have 3 quick unexplained stories for you.
Awesome.
All 3 happened at different workplaces where I've worked. Different places where I've worked. I put the workplaces in there. Sorry, guys.
Marcy, what the fuck was that?
I mean, it's like
what the fuck was that?
Can I read dyslexic? Is that a thing where you read words out of order?
Isn't that dyslexia?
Oh, yep. There I go. I did it. That's me. Okay. The first one happened during my time as a nurse's aide working the graveyard shift at a nursing home. Already fucking scary.
That sentence is already scary.
Ugh, just old people at night when they get confused.
Graveyard shift.
Just pissing in a bed and wandering everywhere.
It makes me so sad.
Having their
Marcy.
family not visiting them.
Marcy, stop.
Okay,
You're
sorry.
making me fucking sad.
I know. I'm sorry. I didn't do it. Their kids did it. Okay. One night I was doing my nightly rounds, following behind a nurse. I was looking down at a slip of paper, and out of the corner of my eye, I saw a figure in white going into one of the patient's rooms. Thinking
No.
thinking that it was a nurse I was working with, I followed her into the room only to discover that the room was now empty. I knew I followed someone or something into that room, and I could not explain it.
Oh, God.
Ugh, ghost nurse.
That's ghost nurse. Woo, that's spooky.
That's very
And you know there's so much energy
Oh my God.
in a place like that.
Yes,
Just,
because like people die there and
Yeah.
stuff, and just like, oh boy.
oh my God, nurse ghost.
Nurse ghost. Okay. My second story is from the time when I worked as a docent at the House of the Seven Gables in Salem, Massachusetts.
Whoa, that's also a spooky sentence.
I don't even know what a docent is, and I'm surprised that I said it properly.
You said it great.
I know I said it properly because I've heard the word, but
It's like a museum person, like a
person. A guide.
I
of
think
sorts.
so. Like they know the museum.
Yeah.
Inside and out.
Like a dramaturge for history.
A dramaturg.
Isn't that a word?
I'm a dramaturg.
Dramaturge.
Turg?
That's the dramaturg? Is that what it is?
Something like that. Is that they just know drama?
That's the people who know the historical accuracies of dramas.
Of
right?
drama. So you were talking Shakespeare.
Yes. Okay.
We're talking... I don't know. Arthur Miller.
Arthur. Okay, so you're a docent at the Seven Gables in Salem. Okay.
Spooky.
The home is most notable as the home that inspired Nathaniel Hawthorne to write his classic novel.
Yeah.
It is debatable as to it being a truly haunted house or not. Some say yes, some say no. One of the best parts of the tour is taking people up the secret staircase to the attic, already into a secret staircase.
Oh my God.
Supposedly, one day a guide had seen a little boy in the attic
Nasty.
when there were no other tours in the house.
Fuck that.
Well, so there are some stories about it. I happened to be up in the attic one day by myself, and as I headed down the stairs, I heard a whisper in my ear. It sounded like an exhale of breath.
Ew.
I stopped, as did my heart, and looked around. Nothing unusual. So I started back down the stairs. Again, that small exhale of breath right by my ear.
Ew. What the fuck?
Needless to say, I did not stop again. I just kept going down the stairs until I was completely out of the house.
Yeah. You're damn right.
Just
trying to clear its little throat. That's awful.
That's really scary.
Secret staircase into an attic is horrifying, and that's the changeling, you guys.
Although, please, one day can I have a house that has a secret?
I do want a bookcase where you pull a funny book and it opens into a cool room.
You know, you should make it modern and do DVDs.
DVDs?
Because you have that big bookcase of DVDs.
We do. We have too many DVDs.
I think that would be really fun if you made one of them like a secret passageway.
That would be
entrance.
awesome. Just into kind of my room, I guess.
Yeah. Oh, that should be your door.
Our big bookcase full of really trashy DVDs.
So hard to get out. It's too heavy.
It's too hard. I knock them over all the time.
Also, that little exhaling sounds that we just made. Have you ever seen
A turtle fuck?
a croc shoe?
Yeah.
Go look it up on the internet right now, guys. It's a turtle having sex with a green croc shoe. It thinks it's in love. I'm scaring my cat.
It's a wild, and truly any turtles mating, they make that. I just found an Instagram post
What
of
if
two
it's
turtles doing it, and it was just like,
Did I send it to you? I don't know. I
don't know,
I send you a
maybe.
lot of perverted animal stuff.
yeah, you pervert.
Anytime there's an animal showing its penis off, I'm like,
Marcy sends it to me.
yeah.
Ooh, that's spooky.
It is really okay. One more. My last story is from when I worked as a docent at the Witch House, also in Salem.
Cool.
You're having fun jobs.
That's fun. I bet you have to dress like a pilgrim, or like the old timey. Yeah.
Yeah. What were they? The Puritans?
Puritans.
Okay.
That's it. Whoop.
There it is. The thought you knew. Hey. Okay. It was not a home of a witch, but the home of Judge Jonathan Corwin, who was one of the judges during the witch trials.
Yep.
It was the only attraction in the city with direct ties to the trials and is also supposedly very haunted.
Hell yeah.
Some have seen lights on at night and figures walking around in the windows when the house is closed for the season. Also, the burglar alarms have been known to go off when no one is around. One day, another tour guide and I were getting ready to open the house for the day. We were joking that since the city was quiet at that time of year and since the manager was not there, we should not open at all and just go home. Ha 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 ha. Are we joking? Is this going to happen? Is this a joke? Or
I remember doing that with like school. Of like, if the teacher doesn't show up in 10 minutes, we gotta get out of here.
Yeah. In college, I remember being like, wait, 15 minutes, we get to go home.
Yep.
At that moment, the door to the gift shop area began to creak open by itself.
Oh, no.
Both of us stopped and watched it as it slowly opened. Neither of us could fully understand why it was doing that. There was nobody there and no breeze. We just shrugged and I said, I guess we're opening today after all. Those are my stories. Not really sure if they're spooky, but they are unexplainable anyway.
They are spooky.
I hope it wasn't too long to read, and I love the podcast. It always puts a smile on my face and a chill down my spine. Keep up the spooky good work, ladies. Thanks for the chills, Scott.
Great.
I love how many spooky.
What a cool. Yeah, you've worked at so many spooky places, Scott.
Yeah. Hey. I was going to say lucky, but you're doing the work. You're making people like Betsy and I happy. So that when we go somewhere,
I want to go to Salem so bad.
I would love that too.
I went when I was in 4th grade and it was pretty awesome.
My parents didn't love me. They didn't take me.
I guess not.
This is about as bad.
Only parents who love their kids take them to Salem.
Now, as an adult, my mom will take me spooky places.
Great.
I guess she was just busy when I was a kid.
What? Well, did you ever go to Salem?
No.
Then that's okay.
Is it?
It's fine.
I don't know.
I was visiting my sister who was going to school in college. And so I got to go, and then we did a little day trip to Salem. But we did it all. We did the whole, like, you can walk around all of Boston and see, like, Revolutionary War big stuff, like Paul Revere's house, where, like, the Boston Massacre happened, like, where it started. It's cool. Boston's a rad town. I want to go back as an adult.
Oh, I've been. It's cool.
Oh, question mark?
Well, I think it's cool, and then also it's got like I feel like there's a part of it where it's just got a lot of drinking and chaos too.
Oh, okay, yes,
but
yes,
it's cool.
yes. Yeah. Okay.
All right.
Are you ready?
Always.
Okay. This one's called Good Guy Ghost. Good Guy Ghost. The Triple G. Okay. First of all, I'm so glad my coworker turned me on to you guys. Thank you. I'm glad they did too.
This is what we're talking about. Tell people.
Spreading that word. Spread the good word. You may not know it, but you and I share many of my days off together, and I enjoy it so much. Oh,
that's fun.
Thank you. Finally decided to sit my ass down and write you one of my stories, so here it goes. Cool. Yes. I've probably had 100 paranormal experiences. Whoa. I think I'm prone because I'm so open to that sort of thing.
Jesus.
But this is my best ghost story. Holy shit. It took place in an apartment I shared with my old boyfriend in the historic side of town in an old schoolhouse from the 1930s that had been converted into 4 apartments.
That'll do it.
Ew, that'll do it. Mm. I'll preface I'll preface this by saying I will preface this by saying the guy who lived on the backside of the house was some kind of drug dealer, and he had people coming in and out all of the time, and it wasn't unusual for someone looking for him to knock on our door or even walk right in if we accidentally left it unlocked.
Very cool.
So as we were the first door at the front of the house. Ew. Real quick, remember when I had to live in that hotel?
Yes.
Motel. It's not a hotel. That motel for way too long.
You lived there for 8 months?
6.
Yeah.
Half a year. Oh, that's a whole other podcast, you guys.
God.
One morning.
I can't believe that ever happened.
I know. One morning I woke up to pounding on my door at like 8 o'clock. And like, I didn't look out the little peephole peephole, or and I just opened it and I was like, what? And it was this dude, and he was like, are you papaya? I was like, what? He's like, are you papaya? And I was like, no, I'm not papaya. I don't know where papaya is. And he was like, okay, have a good morning. And like stormed off. And I was like, that feels like a drug thing, right?
God, getting drugs at 8 a.m. is...
At a motel.
I gotta say, if you're trying to get some illegal drugs before noon, maybe, unless you're going out of town, I think then it's time to assess. It's time to reassess.
Okay.
That's just my thoughts.
Yeah. Hey.
Illegal drugs. Legal ones are
illegal.
fine.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, so drug dealer in the back. I love living in old buildings, always have. I like learning their history, and I kind of like feeling spooked.
Yeah.
I was so fascinated by the fact that it used to be an old schoolhouse that I researched it at the local library and even found a picture of some young kids, a kindergarten class, I think, sitting on the big old porch. Whoa.
Big old porch.
I never had any straight up negative feelings, but I often felt spooked, and I did have dreams and visions right before sleep of a man in a brown pinstripe suit just sitting on the wraparound porch. Ew.
Oh.
Never any kids or any school kids or anything, just that one guy. God. Ugh. Any presence I may have felt or imagined seemed pale in comparison to the likelihood of someone breaking in through a window or through the front door, mistaking us for the dealer behind us. And that was always my greatest concern there.
Yeah.
Oh, yep. So it was my day off. Sean, my ex, was at work, and I was working on some laundry and thinking about leftover tacos for lunch. I went and put a tortilla on the eye of the stove and turned it to its lowest setting to warm it up and crisp it a little, a trick I had learned from an old friend from Acapulco. And absentmindedly went back to folding laundry in the next room. That is a good trick.
Yeah, unless you leave it on the stove to burn.
Yeah. As I was folding, I heard a loud hello from the living room, thinking it was somebody looking for Mark, the neighbor. Thinking that it was somebody looking for Mark, the neighbor, I went into the living room to tell him he's around back and usher him out of our apartment. When I got to the living room, no one was there and the door was locked. I went into the kitchen to see if someone was in there, knowing I had heard a voice and wondering how the fuck they got in. I saw the tortilla on fire, flames about a foot in the air, and pushed it off the stove with a pair of tongs lying on the counter in a pan. I was teary-eyed, covered in goosebumps, and my heart was beating as I began to realize what had just happened. I thought my dumb ass had just been saved by a ghost. I was thankful and spooked and decided to say as much out loud. Thanks for that, but I'm thoroughly creeped out right now. I really appreciate it, but please don't come back until my partner is home from work because I'm really scared right now. Oh. Of course I couldn't stop thinking about it all day. I was trying to think up a way to tell Sean, or if I even should. By the time he got home, I hadn't thought up a way to tell him about this without seeming crazy and was questioning if I even heard it to begin with, or if I imagined it and the tortilla catching fire was just a weird ass coincidence. We were sitting on the couch flipping through the channels when suddenly the remote started doing its own thing. Sean wasn't pressing any buttons, but the TV kept displaying the number 6. 666, the number of the beast, little Iron Maiden. It wasn't like the channel flicking button was jammed. None of the buttons were jammed. It was specifically dialing 6 and not at an even tempo. He said, "Look at this shit. What the fuck is going on?" and dropped it, where it continued to dial channel 6 untouched. We both tried hitting the power button, and it wouldn't turn off. That's when I started getting that teary-eyed, creeped out feeling again and said, "Dude, you're gonna think I'm insane, but here's what happened to me today."
Bruh.
I told my brother this story, and he said he thought maybe it was a kid hiding outside our window with a universal remote fucking with us, and just happened to do that on the same day I asked a ghost to come back later once Sean was home. But I know the feeling I get when I'm in something's presence, and I'm pretty sure that was our good guy ghost fucking with me while Sean was home per my request after I said I was scared. Erin. Wow, that's a great story.
I mean, also, I've never thought about a universal remote and how fun that could be.
I didn't either until that. I was like, that's a funny bit.
I mean, now everyone has like Roku's and Apple TVs, so you couldn't do it the same.
You could just turn the TV off a lot.
Although we have like at work, we have a Roku TV that we like basically mirror our computer screens on so that we can all read it.
Yep.
And I really want to program my phone to it. That way I can just play with it and fuck around.
I mean, if you're on the Wi-Fi with your phone, you can have that Apple display, or it should pop up.
Oh, yeah.
That's funny.
I'm going to really prank someone and they won't find it funny.
And they're gonna hate me for
then they'll just tell me to stop.
Cool.
Cool,
plan, Marcy.
Marcy, you're fun.
Cool.
God, also, thank God a ghost was like,
hello.
Hey, I'm not trying to have you burn down where I live.
Yeah, this is my old school I went to.
I think as a general rule, you can't leave things on a stovetop or oven completely unattended. I think.
Yeah,
or without a timer, at least.
Yeah.
I've definitely done the same thing, though, with a tortilla.
Yeah, absolutely. Where you're like, oh, fuck.
Did I ever tell you about the time I put something... I want to say it was like something like I was making like tortilla chips.
Fun.
In like the toaster oven.
Fun.
So I must have left it. It started a fire in the toaster oven.
Yeah, I've really burnt the shit out of some stuff in a toaster oven.
And all I could think to do was, because it was still on fire, I unplugged it and I ran outside and put it in the street.
Like with like mittens on?
Yeah, just like a flaming toaster. I didn't know what to do.
Funny.
My neighbor was like, what are you ever doing? And I was like, I panicked.
Tossed it out onto the street.
I put it down. It was fine. I brought it back in.
Oh, yeah.
Once it had gone.
That's kind of
I just was
like, get it out of the house.
I was like, in the street, it's fine. Like, there's nothing to catch on fire out there.
But this house is full of tapestries.
God.
That will go up in a heartbeat.
Just all my dusty old
tapestries and quilts everywhere.
Oh, God. And all my cotton balls soaked in alcohol.
How creepy, too, of the dude in a pinstripe suit that she would have like little vision or like dreams about and stuff. Like, what a specific, must have been that dude.
Slender Man
in a pinstripe suit.
It makes him appear more slender because it's slimming.
Yes. Slender Man's huge.
He's sexy.
He's so hot.
He's so hot. Okay.
Slender Man's so hot.
Slender Man, I don't want you to murder me, but you're
hot.
No offense,
Slender Man, I love you, Slender Man. Slender Man, you dork.
Okay. Hey, so I've been listening to your podcast a bit and I love the heck out of it.
Oh, yay.
I decided to send in these two stories because I'd already typed them up for a friend recently.
Oh, perfect.
Hope y'all enjoy. If you could just make sure it's anonymous if you decide to read them, that'd be great.
Okay.
Make sure I remember, Betsy.
I will.
So my dad is an ex-Marine sniper. Not religious, generally a very serious dude, but loves to tell stories.
Oh.
Usually they're about his time in the Marines or bragging about hunting, fishing, etc. He only has 2 stories that he's kept super close to him, and as far as I know, he's only told me and my siblings. Wow. Here's number 1. He was raised on a ranch in Mexico. He had a dog as a kid, very plain, stray mutt that eventually just stuck around and became part of the family.
Cute.
He swears this happened. One night when he was around 12 years old, the dog started barking like crazy.
Oh, God.
He and his family thought it was a trespasser or coyote, which honestly, same thing. Right?
Same thing.
Yeah, apparently though, they saw a huge blue orb descend into one of their fields on the ranch.
What?
The dog ran into the field barking the whole time. He suddenly stopped barking and the orb shot back up into the sky. They never saw the dog again.
No.
His parents said his dog ran away, but he never believed them. He claims to have found a place in the field where it looked like a lot of grass had been crushed by a spherical object.
What?
Oh my God.
That dog is now ruling a planet.
Do you think those aliens took the dog?
Yeah.
Sorry.
To study.
Oh my God.
Oh, that's so sad.
That's so sad. Ugh.
Whoa, that's spooky.
That's really scary. That's the worst kind of fear for me. What if someone stole Bo?
I mean,
look at all the hair. God, he's disgusting.
Whoa, that's so
scary. Okay.
Oh, that poor pup. But I'm telling you, that dog is running a planet right now.
I hope so.
Somewhere in a galaxy far, 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 far away, like that Star Doors.
Planet of dogs. Okay.
Oh,
here's
my
the second, but Bo's coming up on you.
My turn.
I have his fur all over me. It's disgusting. Okay. Here's the second one. My dad likes to go fishing a lot. Like 10 years ago, he was out on a boat in the middle of the Gulf of Mexico, about a 45-minute boat ride from the shore. There were a lot of people out that afternoon. It's a pretty popular location. Another boat was near him, and he was able to see the other guy on it, and they just waved at each other a few times while they were out there. A few hours in, he caught some fish, and it was starting to get dark. Suddenly, he hears yelling from the other boat. The guy is screaming and pointing at something in the sky. My dad looks up in the air, and a huge orange sphere is floating about 100 feet above the water. It's moving slow, and it's huge.
What?
While the other guy is freaking out, my dad claims he just kept calm and kept fishing because it wasn't doing anything. This is exactly something my dad would do.
Whoa.
So the other guy turns on his boat and gets the fuck out of there. Dad is just like a puff of water. Dad assumes he's going back to shore and does the same thing shortly after. All the while, the orb is just suspended in the air, moving around, changing directions, and sometimes, but seemingly unaffected by the wind. So my dad gets back to the shore, and there's a bunch of police and an ambulance. Apparently, lots of people saw the orb in the sky, and they were all freaked out enough to call the cops. The orb's not visible from the shore, though. A local news team is there interviewing people already. By then, it's been over an hour since the orb showed up.
Whoa.
Nobody knows what it is. The guy that was fishing near my dad was there in the ambulance. Apparently, he was in shock. My dad went up to him and introduced himself, talked to him about what happened, and tried to calm him down. Well, after all that said and done, Dad comes home and forgets all about it. He doesn't even mention it to anyone. A few years later, my dad's driving around town. We live in a smallish town. And he sees the guy from the boat at the hardware store with his wife. So he goes up to him, and my dad is all, "Hey, it's me, remember from the big orange thing in the sky?" And the guy fucking breaks down crying right there. He can barely talk. He's a jabbering mess. His wife is dumbfounded. My dad asks her what's wrong, and she says that her husband has been telling the story of that night for years, but nobody ever believed him.
Oh my God.
They never even saw a segment in the news about it. So my dad tells a story to her. She confirms it's exactly what her husband saw happen that night. She can't believe he was telling the truth this whole time.
She didn't even believe in him?
No, she thought, well, it's hard to do better than a liar around here. She can't believe he was telling the truth this whole time. And everyone in their family had been calling him a liar, like really, really making him feel like he was crazy, apparently.
Oh my God.
The end. Those are the only two stories my pops ever tells and that aren't about being Marine.
Wow. That's so sad for that
so
dude.
sad that his whole family's like, "You're crazy.
He's a liar. You're a liar.
Look, we love you.
Your pants
are on fire. I bet there's oranges that orb you saw."
Yeah, right? It's just your pants being on fire, you liar. That's so wild.
That is very crazy. Also, thank God that your dad ran into him.
Didn't Sashir say she saw something in the sky in Mexico?
Yeah, I think. I don't know. I
There's
have a bad memory.
a lot of stuff.
Yeah, a lot of stories.
Whoa,
that's
two UFOs.
I wonder if it's like once you see a ghost, you're more likely to see another ghost, and once you see an unidentified flying object,
You're more
like,
than likely, you're more likely to see it.
Yeah, I don't know.
It is wild of just like,
Oh, you know what it was? It's probably the sun setting. It's probably the sun setting.
it's probably the sun.
Setting over the water. Yeah.
I freak out about that all the time. I'm like, is it gonna come back tomorrow?
Wait, what were you gonna say?
What was I gonna say? I forgot.
Sorry, dude.
I forgot. No, that's
Fucking sorry, dude.
sorry, dude. Oof. All right, I got one. Subject line: sister attacked. Oh my God. Hello, Marcy and Betsy. Woo. My sister and I just traveled out to Virginia City, Nevada for a Paracon paranormal convention.
Cool.
While we were there, we got to investigate the Old Washoe Club. Betsy has seen it on Ghost Adventures. I sure have. I just watched it. We went off by ourselves to the 3rd floor while most people stayed on the 2nd floor. We were using an ovilus device, which prompted us to find room 9 and ended up in what was known as the Red Room, where
Red
attacks
Room.
and scratches are known to happen. Red Room, Simpsons, Red Room, over there. And it's just, okay. Where scratches are known to happen, but the room number isn't on the door.
Uh-oh.
I decided to check the door in the next room for a number, and my sister was right behind me. Suddenly, I hear her say, no, 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 no. I turn around, and she was suddenly on the back wall of the room, but didn't walk there. Then she was sliding across the wall, heading into a corner. Luckily, there was a window in the wall that she was able to grab onto
What the
to keep herself out of the corner. I ran over to see what she was seeing. I had my flashlight on and was taking pictures all around her, but I couldn't see it. She was still visibly scared, and it hit me that she was being held there by something I couldn't see. Fuck, dude. I became angry at this thing. I became angry that this thing was scaring my sister, and I yelled at it, "You do not have permission to touch her." At this point, she snapped out of it and yelled as well, "You do not have permission to touch me. I am strong, and I am protected by Jesus Christ." And it was suddenly over.
Fuck.
Oh, fuck. I continued to take pictures as I confronted him, asking, does it make you feel good to pick on women? Does it piss you off that we are strong women and we're not scared of you? Oh, shit. You're provoking the shit out of them. Nothing else happened in that room, so we moved on to the next. I turned to take a picture back into the door, and my camera said card full. I decided, since I couldn't take any more pictures tonight, as well view the ones I had just taken. I decided, since I couldn't take any more pictures tonight, as well view the ones I had just taken. I tried to scroll, and my camera said no files.
What the fuck?
I was pissed. I had somehow lost all my photos from that night. I changed cards and moved on. At least we have a personal experience. The next day, I checked my card to see what was wrong, and all my pictures were backed, except any I took of my sister during the time we were in the Red Room. That's my story. I hope you liked it.
Oh my God.
Wow.
That's really fucked up.
That's so scary.
So I have a little experience with SD cards, and
And we're not talking suck dick cards.
although I do love to give a card. I love a card for every
A little
occasion.
coupon or a little greeting card. Just be like, I suck dick.
Pleasure doing business. But
That was
so
unnecessary for me to say.
that was unnecessary. I loved it. So when you run out of space on your card, it usually does not. The last file you were working on will not work, is what I've noticed. But it doesn't delete all of them. And also the fact that, like, whatever folder she was working on, it was in the morning, it was back.
That's
weird.
That's the Red Room.
That is
dude.
very strange.
Red Room,
Also,
Red Room.
I love them being like feminist ghost hunters.
I love that so much. Like,
Yeah.
cool. You think you're cool, dude? You think you're cool?
We're not even fucking scared of y'all.
There was one, I don't think it was a Ghost Adventures, but there was one where they were like looking for the ghost of John Wilkes Booth. Maybe it was a Ghost Adventures. And they were like, we gotta provoke them. And they're like, do you think it's cool that you killed the greatest president of all time? And it was making me laugh so goddamn
Do you think
hard.
that's cool, dude?
Do you think that's cool that you killed the man who made the stovetop hat look cool and grew a beard because a little boy told him to?
Do you think it's cool that like you killed the dude who like literally did train talks and people would run after his train?
Yeah, do you think that's cool? Do you?
Wait, that makes me think of I recently started. You know that I love the Dead Files
Yeah,
because it's crazy and
it's fun.
so I recently started following Steve, the ex-retired detective from
oh,
New
I
York.
love him.
I follow him on Instagram, and all of his Instagrams are truly insane. It'll be like, felt like I was in the mood for a big hot dog, and like it'll be it'll just be a picture of a hot dog in a pan. He's cooking in a pan.
Felt like I was in the mood for a big hot dog.
I mean, that might be paraphrasing, but
That is so funny.
it's just like very weird and random.
Yeah.
I love it though.
Steve.
He's always like posting pictures of like tattoos and stuff of him in like a tank top out. He's like in like Cape Canaveral or whatever.
Oh yeah, Florida.
Yeah, he loves his
Is
life.
that Florida?
I think so. Yeah.
Houston, Florida.
All right, I'm gonna do another. We
Yeah.
got time for maybe one or two more.
Okay, great.
Okay, haunted restaurant. Hey, Marcy and Betsy.
Hello.
I found you guys from the boys over at Bigfoot Collectors Club.
Cool.
Yay! We love them. And I have to say, I'm so incredibly grateful. We are too.
Oh yeah.
Bryce, Michael, and Riley. Hi.
Hi, fellas.
Hi, guys. Okay. You two are a great team, open-minded and fucking hilarious. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Okay, for the last 5 years, I have managed and bartended at this restaurant called Catch Bar and Grill. I had always heard quick remarks from the owner and his friends about ghost hunting the place, but never thought much of it. I've had a few odd experiences during my time working there. Taps on the shoulder, erratic security sensor noises, seeing a door close by itself.
Oh, fuck.
But after putting in my 2 weeks notice to move back to Michigan this month, the weirdest stuff started happening.
Whoa.
It was a busy Friday, the busiest I've worked during my time employed there. And I would say there were a lot of awful people in the building, which would probably equate to an abundance of negative energy flowing.
Oh my God.
So
Yeah.
a bunch of shitheads. I was standing by the register when all of a sudden a martini glass falls from the hanging rack above me and smashes
What?
down on the bar next to me.
What?
Whoa. I examined the rack. This had never happened before, and I'm just perplexed at what would have caused the glass to fall.
Yeah.
I turned around and talked to a guest and started to say how weird it was when all of a sudden, smash, another glass falls and smashes next to me.
Oh my God.
Fuck. I was mostly frustrated, but I just couldn't believe that after examining the glass, another one flew off the rack like that.
Nope.
That's crazy. A few nights later, when I was closing and in there by myself, I felt uneasy and every hair on my body was standing up.
Shit.
I've been in the restaurant alone with all the lights off. I have never been bothered, but I felt like something or someone was there with me. And just the feeling was so intense, I just kind of yelled and exclaimed, "Fuck this," and locked up without finishing my closing duties.
I love that. Yeah, you're done there. Who cares?
Who cares? This is where it gets super weird.
Oh my God.
A few nights ago, I'm closing up with this server named Chloe and was telling her about some of the shit that had been going on and how this guy once told me there was a ghost in the building that now houses our banquet room. I said to her, I don't even know if he's still alive. Right after I said that, we hear a man's low voice very quickly make a low audible noise. The noise came from the area where our kitchen doors restrooms are. I heard the voice say, "No." I shot a look at Chloe and said, "Did you fucking hear that?"
Ew.
And she grabbed the counter for support out of fear, replied, "What the fuck was that?" I checked all around to see if anyone was there and ran outside to see if anyone was out there. But Chloe confirmed that what I thought and said, "No, Jimmy, the voice came from in here near the kitchen."
What?
Afterwards,
Ew.
I was so shook and felt slightly nauseated.
Yeah.
But a few glasses of wine calmed us down. It was so bizarre. I'm
Whoa.
very glad I don't have to spend any more nights there in the building alone. But I do plan on smudging it before I leave to hopefully help whatever is there pass on and make my friends and coworkers feel more at ease.
That's so nice.
Take care, you two, Jimmy. Jimmy,
You're
the nicest.
You're so nice. I
You're
would bail on that
super
place
nice.
and make them deal with it so quick.
Yeah. I'd be like,
That's so...
peace out, dudes.
Ugh. Haunted restaurants are fun.
Also, that's so crazy that you would have one glass smash and then another one right after.
As you were talking about, like, that's wild.
The only thing I could even possibly think of is if, like, a bolt came loose and, like, the hanging part were,
But
like...
I feel you would notice that.
it, yeah. You would notice it. But also, the voice, like, saying, like, I don't know if that guy's alive, and then hearing no.
And then just hearing no.
That's pretty cut and dry.
Yeah, that's
a pretty cut and dry thing there, Jimbo.
pretty cut and dry.
Jim Baby.
Ooh, that was good.
I love that we know Chloe's name. I just love, like, being like, Chloe, you get it. All right, Betsy, do one more.
Okay, we can do one more. All right. Hi, Betsy and Marcy. My name is Dominique.
Ooh.
First of all, I'm still binging all the episodes of the podcast, so I don't know if you guys are done and over with sleep paralysis stories. Never. But I had an unnerving instance that I thought was spooky enough to share with anyone who would hear me blabber about it. We are so excited to hear you blabber about this.
We love blabbing and blobbing.
I've had sleep paralysis quite a bit. Usually I can recognize it and just have to mentally talk myself into waking up and being able to move again. I've felt breathless and pinned down, but never saw or felt like it was a person or entity on my chest or pinning me down. Until one night, not too long ago.
Oh, shit.
Yes. I was having a really bad week with anxiety and depression and being able to sleep through the night, and most of that week I fell asleep with the lights on just out of pure exhaustion. Oh. Yeah.
I relate.
I hate anxiety.
I relate.
I relate so much. So I must have dozed off and woke up, quote in quotes, and realized I couldn't move. I distinctly remember thinking, I don't have time for this. I need some real sleep because I have to work in the morning. I noticed the lights were on and the sun was just starting to rise.
Oh, that's worse.
Then I heard my door open and saw like a black mass start coming into my room.
Fuck.
Oh, nasty. I quickly looked away only to see a dark, completely black creature look like it was climbing in through my window across the room. Climbing in like any creepy little girl from a horror movie. Joints all bending weird. Nasty. I'm so glad you wrote that because that's immediately what I thought. Oh,
barf,
fuck.
barf.
None of this scared me at the moment. I just remember thinking that this is different and not the best scenario, but here I am.
Wait, this is different. This is not great, but here I am.
Let's go.
Deal with the present.
Wasn't scared until I felt the bed sink in next to me and a hot heat next to the side of my body as if something had crawled into bed and cuddled up next to me.
Fuck.
This is...
I'm getting hot.
I'm getting emotionally fucking drained from this. I closed my eyes for what felt like a few minutes before the heat left and the bed returned to normal. I woke up completely not long after that and then proceeded to be super scared.
Yes.
Absolutely. I actually haven't had any sleep paralysis since that night, and I'm not really looking forward to the next time. Oh my God. Hope this is what you guys were looking for. Love the show, Dominique. Wow.
Jeez.
That's horrifying, Dominique.
I mean, like, look, sleep paralysis is more likely to happen when you're stressed out and not getting enough sleep. So that is one thing.
Yeah.
But to then, like, see your door open and multiple shadow people and then have something sit on your bed.
That's
like a
something different.
And I also really believe that, like, entities, if they feed off human emotion, anxiety is a really like high frequency emotion, right?
Yeah.
Like the way it feels inside of you, if something were like an emotional vampire, it would feel that on the outside of you, and like it gets like a little jolt.
It makes you want to jump. Like when I'm having a bad panic attack, I like want to jump out of my skin. Like I don't know what to do.
It is so hard to explain that feeling of wanting to run away from your body.
Yeah.
But it's like coming from inside of you that wants to get out.
Yeah. My therapist says to do physical activity.
He's trying to trick you into doing exercise.
No, he's the best. But I fortunately
makes
haven't
sense, though.
It makes total sense because whenever I'm having a very bad one, I can't sit.
Yeah.
Because I feel like I'll die if I sit.
Yeah.
And move, or I'll get sick or something.
I know that like I've had like a near panic attack and I went for a walk just to calm
That's
down.
huge.
Like that's a thing. But
that's a big thing.
But if you're paralyzed, there's nothing to do.
But yeah, I think you're right. They just feed off of.
Yeah.
Maybe because like that black mass was like, whoa, hey fellas, something's going on. Let's.
Oh shit!
She's having
good
some
ass stuff.
She's having some anxiety. Let's get full.
Let's
eat this.
Sip this bitch.
Sip this bitch.
Not that you're a bitch. You're great. God.
Oh man,
that's really fucking scary.
That's so scary. Thank you guys so much for sending these in. We love them. Keep them coming.
Also, like, hey, I don't think we say it enough, but like, thank you guys for trusting us with these stories.
Oh yeah, that's awesome.
You know, we'll never tell anyone.
No,
they're just between us.
It's just our little Siki.
Also, I will say that I wasn't going to mention it, but we've had a comment that sometimes the people feel as if when we are listening to a listener story that it's a little slower paced or blah 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 whatever. And all I want to say for that is the stories are always great. We love them, so we want them to keep coming. And two, if it feels like it's a slow pace for you, do what I do when I listen to any kind of factual based podcast, and I listen to it at a slightly faster speed.
That's so smart. I didn't ever think of doing that.
Well, whenever I'm listening to anything that's like, you know, like The Daily, I think Michael Barbaro or whatever his name is, he's great. But sometimes I gotta rip through that episode.
You gotta rip through it.
It's like only 20 minutes long.
It's every day it comes out, right?
Yeah, so I'll put it at 1.5.
Oh, nice. That's
Rip
so
through
smart.
It. But yeah, so send us your paranormal experiences.
Yes. funnyfeelingpod@gmail.com.
Yeah. Subscribe, rate, review, tell your friends.
Yes.
This has been fun, Betsy.
It's been great. I got so scared.
I gotta go poop.
I got so scared I gotta poop now.
Bye-bye.
Oh, yeah. Thank you so much for listening to A Funny Feeling.
If you have a paranormal experience that you would like to share, please send us a voice memo, or you can email us just a letter at funnyfeelingpod@gmail.com. I'm Marcy.
I'm Betsy. And don't shit your pants.
That was a HeadGum podcast.